Hey everybody, welcome back. HSC Podcast 158. Big Block Steve on the mic, Big Smooth, sporting the Raiders gear for the wondrous day today of the start of football. My favorite day of the year, just because it's back. I mean, obviously it's preseason games and college starts and all this stuff, but just to have football again makes me happy.
Fortunately, we had to watch the Chargers.
Right. Well, and it's preseason, so you're not getting to see obviously a lot of the players you want to see, but still, it's still fun to watch again. I was hoping to see a little bit more Maureen Hampton tonight, but obviously, they don't want to get him hurt this early. I think just watching the way he ran, I think he might do some damage. I think he might be one of those late fantasy pickups or somebody you get later in the year as he starts to come around.
Oh, I think people are talking about him probably in the first 5 rounds.
Wow, I don't know if I'd take him that early.
They got him as the second rookie running back after Genti.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the advantage is Harbaugh, right? But they added so much in their receiving core, and they got a lot there as well. So I don't know how high I would draft him, but I think he'll do well. He might be one of those late season guys. I think get you a lot of points later in the year. All right, so tonight we're going to cover fantasy football wide receivers. We've done quarterback week, we did running back last week, we hit wide receivers this week, and then we'll probably do one more week where we just kind of do defense and kickers and tight ends and stuff like that. We can talk tight ends tonight as well. Actually, probably those kind of lumped together with receivers. All right, well, you want to do your trivia? Is it going to be too hard?
well, it's a long one. That's why it would have been nice to have Wes, but there is 19 receivers all time to have 12,000 yards with the same team.
19 receivers, 12,000 yards, same team. I mean, so you obviously got the guys like Jerry Rice, all your top guys, right? Marvin Harrison,
Yep, he was four,
Reggie Wayne,
five.
Terrell Owens.
No.
No, well, I
Terrell
guess
Owens never stayed with a team too
that's right. He
long enough.
switched to to. Geez, did Randy have
No.
that at Minnesota? I was thinking he probably left too early for that too.
Yeah.
Um, Andre Reed
Yeah.
and James Lofton probably too.
Nope.
I guess he switched a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Because he's one of those guys with a lot of yards. Well, let's see. Andre Johnson,
Yep.
Calvin Johnson.
Did he? I don't know about Calvin.
Megatron didn't have 12,000 yards. Wow. Oh
No,
man.
11,600.
Oh, just missed it, huh?
Yep.
Jeez, that's this is pretty it's tougher than you'd think. How old are some of these guys?
Um, all of them while we've been watching football, all of them have been while we've been alive.
Okay, maybe like Art Monk.
Yep.
I don't know if Gary Clark had it. Did Gary Clark have it?
No.
No, he missed. Any tight ends on there? Or are these all wide receivers?
There's two tight ends.
So Tony Gonzalez.
Nope.
No, two tight ends we've been watching. It's not Tony G, huh? Gronk.
Nope.
He must not have 12,000 then.
No, I don't think so.
Man.
Well, one of the tight ends is playing right now still.
Right. So it's probably Kelsey, right?
Yep, Kelsey.
And then
The other retired like a few years ago.
geez.
like 3 or 4 years ago. Ended his career with the Raiders,
Hmm.
but he was with one team for m most of his career.
Right. Tight end with the yada yards. I don't know. Let's go back to receivers. I'll think about that one.
Yeah. Just think of receivers that have been number ones for teams for like you epitome of their teams.
Right. Yeah, I mean, maybe like Chris Carter.
Yep.
Um,
You're still missing number two.
Number two overall. Let's see. See, the problem is like it's so many going through your head. It's hard to go back to the list. Oh, jeez.
He'll probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He just retired a few years ago.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this one. And all of
Played
them
in
while we
one,
were watching, huh?
played in one Super Bowl. A pretty
Oh, what about Michael Irvin?
nope.
Did he not hit 12,000?
Nope.
Jeez.
But someone from the same team, not in the same, someone that was from the Cowboys is on here.
It's not T.O., huh? What about what's that other guy's name?
It's a tight end.
Oh, really? That's the other tight end, Jason Witten?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. That
I
makes
mean, here's the
sense.
thing. If I start naming the teams,
Yeah.
you would be getting them right away. Think about um the greatest show on turf.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt.
Yep, both of them.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, you've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One is still playing right now.
AJ Green?
AJ Green's not playing anymore,
Well, is
but
he one
no,
of them?
he's not one now. This one is he's always overlooked, but he always gets 1,000 yards.
Oh, Mike Evans.
Yes. One just officially retired last year, but he was with one team for a lot of years and then kind of went to a few other teams and never was the same.
Antonio Brown?
Nope, he didn't make the list, but
He didn't make it. What about Heinz Ward? Seems like he might
yes,
have had a
Heinz
lot of
Ward.
yards.
Yep,
Yeah.
Heinz Ward.
Let's see.
One, two, three. You got six left. Um, all six are synonymous with one team, really.
Really, all six, huh?
All six, like if I said the team, you'd get it right away.
Oh man. Let's see what teams passed the ball on. I mean, think maybe the Dolphins.
Nope.
I guess
Okay.
that'd be older. Yeah, you would need like the
There's
older
one
guys.
that's the oldest was there's one receiver from the 80s still on here.
Oh, okay. And all played for one team.
Well, no, they all had might have had other teams, but they're all synonymous with one team.
Oh, I see. I don't know. Give me another hint here.
The older guy, he was drafted by the Oilers, but then was traded after his rookie year
Drafted by the
back in the
Oilers.
80s.
Jeez.
And then he is, I would still say, the face of the franchise, like the greatest player from that franchise.
They still playing? No, he can't still be
No, no,
playing.
I'm talking from the 80s. This is the
Oh man.
At one time, he was the all-time receivings leader.
All-time receiving leader before Jerry Rice, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is it?
Steve Largent.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Okay, I'll just give you some teams.
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
Cardinals got to be Larry Fitzgerald.
Yep, he's number two. The
Nate.
Raiders.
The Raiders. Jeez. Tim Brown, I guess.
Yeah. The Falcons.
Julio.
Yep. The Jaguars.
Uh, Jimmy Smith.
Yep. And then the Panthers.
Oh man, he was the Panthers guy. He retired with the Panthers, or he
I
did it
think he
with the.
went to the Ravens after the Panthers.
Oh man.
He's a dog.
Oh, Steve Smith. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I should have known. I mean, obviously, I know all those, but some of the guys you think that would be on there aren't.
Right. Well, you got to think of they're not like you think of Moss and Owens, they went to a bunch of different teams.
Right.
Antonio Brown, Calvin Johnson retired too early.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was tough. The teams definitely help make it a lot easier. All right, well let's jump into some football. Obviously, preseason started tonight. How does preseason help you at all when you start thinking about your fantasy picks?
I don't know if it helps for like a um 1 year league, but it helps for dynasty leagues. For if you got a dynasty league and you're trying to pick up guys for, futures, this is where you look. You watch and you're like, oh, that guy might be someone to pick up for later,
Right.
just to stash. Um, like today, and sadly in my league, he's already taken because I don't even know who he was, but obviously I'm dumb. Um, for the Chargers, the receiver.
Oh, Lad McConkney.
No, Lambert Smith.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm going to check out him. Nope, he's already taken. Someone already picked him up on the.
Yeah, you're talking about the rookies.
Yeah. This is where you look to see about undrafted free agents and, um,
The kid from Georgia looked pretty good for Detroit. And he's got some serious speed too. Love it, love it.
yeah, love it.
Yeah, love it. Is that his name?
Yeah, he had 9 targets. Jeez, but he only
Yeah,
5 for 31 yards.
yeah. So he looked like he could do some damage. I also, like I was saying earlier, it looks like some of these young guys for the Chargers, adding a little bit of weapons for McConkey and Quentin, you know, Quentin Johnston. They had a young guy looked pretty good, real fast. Can't remember his name. It's like a three word name. But he runs like a 4.37. But man, he was
Miller
flying by
Hines?
people.
Well, or are you talking Lambert Smith?
Is that the guy for the Chargers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
The
him.
one he had a touchdown. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's who I was trying to pick up. And I'm like, nope, he's already
Right.
got picked up.
Yeah, he looked solid.
Right, because what Trey Harris didn't even play really, and he was their like third round pick.
Right.
It's also hard on the Hall of Fame game. You don't really see anything.
No, I mean, and it's early in the preseason as well, so you'll get more reps out of the players you want to see. in the last couple games. But
I mean, it made Trey Lance look good.
right. So it's kind of interesting because I'm not a huge Trey Lance fan, but he threw a couple balls that that actually looked really good. That there was the touchdown pass. He's on the
Mhm.
move, floated over the defender's hand, perfectly into the tight end, and then the one fade route to the guy you're talking about.
Lambert Smith.
Yeah, Lambert Smith. So he actually has decent touch.
And it'd just be like Harbaugh to stick it to the Niners. Like,
Right,
haha, I made Trey Lance good.
right. Herbert goes down again. Trey Lance comes in, takes him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now that'd be horrible. Oh man. Yeah, so this week we're doing fantasy football wide receivers. Who we drafting, where we drafting them, who can wait, what are some steals, things like that. So just looking at the PPR ranking right now we use ESPN for our league, so we'll just look on ESPN. They have Jamar Chase number one, which given last year, that kind of seems right.
Well, yeah, because you have Joe Burrow. It's hard because Jefferson has McCarthy, so you don't
Right.
know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, you're much more stable at quarterback when you're talking about Jamar Chase than Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
But you do have T. Higgins now, who just signed a good contract, and he's
right.
definitely going to see some more targets. And then I think they added Fant at tight end.
Well, they already have. Well, that was actually screws over Gasecki.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's time for him to go anyway. He's such a mix of a wide receiver tight end. Like he's not fast enough to play wide receiver, but he's not, good enough on the other side of the
Right.
ball or blocking to actually be a good tight end. But there's a lot of firepower there in Cincinnati. But Burrow's going to put the ball up a lot, so Chase is your one of your number one picks. Uh, I've seen a lot of CeeDee Lamb where people are talking about drafting him as the number one wide receiver. So what do you think, Lamb or Chase?
Oh, I take Chase, but I get this is why we need Wes on here because the thing is Dak Prescott will be back. You have Pickens on the other side, so Lamb can't get double teamed as much as he was before.
Right.
So I could see that, but I would never take a Cowboy overall. So that's just me.
I mean, statistically, though, you're right. I think he definitely is going to demand attention. So you can't do, and CD still had good seasons even without a lot of help on the other side of him.
Right.
Uh, the question is yeah, can Prescott throw him the ball? Can the Dallas offense be, consistent? And will they have a running game to, keep, maybe guys up in the box, make it a little easier on CD?
Right.
Because without a running game, that makes a wide receiver's job that much harder. Jefferson's still at two, so they actually have CeeDee Lamb at three. So Chase one, Jefferson two, CeeDee Lamb at three, Puka Nacua four, Amon St. Brown at five. What do you think of that top five? I mean, that kind of seems like the top five to me.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm looking at a different one, and they got St. Brown at 8.
Wow.
They have Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas ahead of
Right.
him. But I wouldn't. I would take St. Brown 5.
Yeah. No, I mean, so there's an advantage though for one, Nico Collins, if he can stay healthy, he's solid. He's going to catch a lot of touchdowns. And then Neighbors, it's hard because you're coming off of Daniel Jones, right? You're
Wasn't even
getting
Daniel Jones last year.
what's that?
Wasn't it like
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you had all kinds of different guys. What's his name? Tommy,
Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. Uh, so yeah, I mean, the advantage for Neighbors now is like he had a good season. I think he rated high in a lot of different categories, even though he didn't really have anybody throwing the ball. You have the option now of potentially even Jackson Dart, depending on how Wilson plays.
Well, they already named Wilson the starter, so
Right, but if I'm saying 3, 4, 5 games in, you might see
do you think
Dart if
though that the Giants are just going to slow play Dart because they do have Jameis?
right.
I mean, if I'm the Giants, I don't really care about this season.
You almost kind of want to tank, I guess, if you're the Giants.
Yeah.
So maybe Malik's not the safest because they have him at 6 here. That's pretty high up,
Well, this one has him at 6 also.
right?
So,
So Nico 7, Brian Thomas 8, AJ Brown 9, Drake London 10. How do you feel about the Drake London?
well, I'm not a huge fan of Drake London, but now I'm starting to come around because they're saying, like, what I've been watching and reading is Penix, when he's been playing, has favored London a lot
Right.
and he gets lots of touches. So I could see Drake London at 10. Is he the 10th best receiver? No, but I think he might be for fantasy.
Yeah, because he gets a lot of red zone targets, or you would think he would because of his height, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely want to throw him the ball in the red zone. There's a lot of shared footballs there in Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one for me because I mean, let's just take a guy like T. Higgins, for example, right? He's not even the number one, but they got him at 12 here. Are you taking Drake London over T. Higgins?
Well, I'll take it one step further. This is what's ridiculous I'm looking at. How in the world is Mike Evans 13 in my how is he below Drake London?
Right. They got him 20 on ESPN.
Oh my gosh.
Mike Evans. And look,
No respect.
unless he gets hurt, right? Baker has been throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah. He's going to get 1,000 yards, like 7, 8 touchdowns.
Right. Yeah,
He's
the
going to get you
downfall
your
is
yards.
Godwin, though, right? Godwin's coming back healthy.
Yeah, but it's not, we were talking about earlier. Evans just gets 1,000 yards. It's like a
Right.
given. It's the safe pick.
Well, at 20, I'm definitely taking him.
Yeah.
That's the 20th wide receiver. Um, Once you start talking top 10, it's a little tougher because he does have that where he is going to just get you 1,000 typically.
Yeah.
Like that's about it. How about these? So some of the new fresh faces. Let's talk about these in a little bit. Like so, Lad McConkey, they have at 11.
Yeah.
Can he repeat that rookie year? I mean, I feel like he caught a lot of people by surprise, and now they know him, right? So
Right. I don't
he,
know if I put him ahead of Higgins or Evans, even Tyreek Hill.
yeah, they do. They have Tyreek at 13, so they got Lad above Higgins and Tyreek
Right.
and Devontae Adams and Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson. Like he's up there at 11.
Right. Well, this
Gives
comes
me
to my
that.
philo
Yeah, go ahead.
this comes to my philosophy of taking running backs early. Because if I'm looking, my goodness, at like 31 is Jalen Waddle, right? And
Right.
even in like the mid 20, you got DJ Moore on my list at 23, Zay Flowers at 24, Xavier Worthy at 25, Devontae Smith at 26. I mean,
Well, you got Pickens down there at 31, and on this one,
yeah. On my list here, you got Stephon Diggs at 44.
right? Yeah, 39 on this one. And what happens for like Debo Samuel, who's listed 42 right now, if McLaurin goes?
Yeah.
But you're right, even if you get real far down here, right? Let's go down to say, in the 40s, you still have some guys like a Cooper Cup down there, right? Shaheed from New Orleans,
Mhm.
Keon Coleman. Like you don't, we don't know what he is yet, right?
It's
But yeah,
64. It's
Godwin, Diggs,
64. Here at 64, you've got Adam Thielen.
right?
I don't know about you, but I'm sorry, the dude just still puts up numbers.
Well, because he just gets open. He's just a route. He's such a good route runner. Yeah. So I was listening to this couple podcasts as well. I hear a lot of people talking about a couple different players. I want to get your thoughts on. So the first is uh, Calvin Ridley. So Calvin's in Tennessee now. You got Cam Ward, right,
Right.
coming over. You know he's going to throw the ball. Does that make Calvin Ridley a more enticing target?
I think so. I mean, he was really dependable before everything that happened to him.
Right.
And then, I mean, it's just hard because we talked about it before. Before Cam Ward came, Tennessee is where receivers go to die,
Yeah. Now
right?
you're hoping where they go to come back to life.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
at
I
least
think
Calvin Ridley's hoping.
we all like on this podcast all like Cam Ward.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think I would if I, yeah, I would take a chance on Ridley as 28th receiver. I mean,
Right.
what round is that?
Right. You think about that. Like, so, if you're in a 10 or 12 person league, geez, yeah, you're getting him pretty late,
The
maybe
fourth or
sixth, seventh round.
oh yeah. But think about that. He would if you can get him as like your flex,
Yep. Or just a guy, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're not starting him, just to have him in those cases where you have bye weeks or injuries, things like that.
right?
So that was one I've heard a lot about. The other, you're gonna love this one, is Jacoby Myers. It's like they have him at 36 right here.
Yeah, list I got is 42.
Yeah, and
No
we
respect.
know obviously he's playing, with the best quarterback that he's ever had, right? So, Gino's not great, the greatest ever, this is great for Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. And I mean, he had 1,000 yards receiving last year. He
Hmm.
didn't drop the ball one time. And he had Aiden O'Connell, uh, Gardner Minshew, and Desmond Ritter throwing him the ball.
Right. Yeah. And no running game.
And I'm like, not even good, like, Jacksonville gunslinging Gardner Minshew. This was Gardner Minshew who couldn't throw the ball more than like 5 yards. He looked horrible.
He did look pretty bad. Um, yeah, and so there's a couple guys out there that, and I think so for me, I think you got Jacoby Myers there, definitely get 1,000 yards again, right? He's probably going to get 7, 8 touchdowns minimum because he's going to be. I mean, obviously Bowers is a good red zone target too, but a lot of teams they're going to be focused on Bowers in the red zone.
Plus, Jacoby Myers can play quarterback and do like Wildcat.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you never know. Get a little reverse, some Wildcat touchdowns, add in a little extra there.
Yeah.
Uh, there's another late one, cut two other late ones too. So Shakir, Khalil Shakir at Buffalo, you can get him really late, but he seems to be like a big favorite of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So that might kind of be another late round steal that I kind of like. I think that's a
Well, like what I'm looking at, he is Buffalo's number one receiver,
yeah.
right? Because they got Coleman below him.
Yeah, they're both right in the same range here on ESPN, but yeah, 41 and 46. But like I said, I think Josh Allen tends to favor him a little more.
Right.
I also like this Josh Downs pick really late too. He may not be your starter, but if Josh Downs on the board, I'm taking him.
Right. Yeah, because mine they have Downs at 45 and Pittman at 49.
Yeah. Well, ESPN's got 50, Pittman at 50 and Downs at 51.
Wow.
So right next to each other. So there are some good late picks. So let's talk strategy again. So you're talking, we you want to stack your running backs. We talked about that last week. So you're saying, our second, third, fourth rounds, this is where you're looking at your receivers, or depending on pick, right? So let's say you have the second or third overall pick. Are you going to take one of the superstar receivers, or are you still going running back?
I'm still going running back.
Yeah,
I mean, because that's the thing. Let's say you're picking two. Okay, so that's either Jefferson or your hand pick of great running backs, right?
yeah,
So let's say you take Barkley or Bashan at two, because then you're not picking again until what, 19?
right. So now
Then, I
you're
mean,
talking about your receiver, though. Are you taking a receiver then at 19?
well, if I'm looking at my list here, you might be able to get, let's say, Bijan and Josh Jacobs with your first two picks. And then what, four picks later,
Then you grab a receiver.
yeah, you can get, like this is showing you could get like Mike Evans or T. Higgins.
Sure. Yeah, you're going to be in that 20th
Right.
receiver range at that point, or maybe a little less, maybe 15.
Yeah, it's showing here like Evans is wide receiver 13 and he's going 28th.
Right. I mean, that's not horrible, right? Because now you got a good, strong running game because you
Right.
got,
Well, because like if this plays out, you could get Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, and Marvin Harrison Jr. would be your first four picks.
that's how far you drop them back. Because after you take Evans, you don't get another pick for 20 spots or so, right? Roughly.
Yeah. So 48. Okay. Well, all right. Might be Cortland Sutton or DJ Moore.
Yeah. I
Still,
mean, Sutton's going to be good. I think Sutton's a good pick.
you're still getting a number one receiver.
Right. Well, you're getting two number ones, really. I mean, outside of Mike Evans, because obviously Godwin's on there, but let's say you don't take Evans, you take DJ Moore instead, or you take maybe Garrett Wilson's still there, or DK Metcalf. And then, nobody is talking about Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's hard because of Puka.
Right.
Like, think about that. Like, Cooper Kupp disappeared once Puka came.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to compete with when you have that other receiver too. And that's why Higgins and Chase are kind of an anomaly. Typically, you don't want to go with that. You're trying to stay away from two big time receivers on the same team. So, what if you have a late first round instead of a early first round? How does that change the strategy as far as picking wide receivers?
Well, it might because you might want to be like go one as a running back, one as a receiver. So let's say,
Well, because then maybe like Bijan's gone, and some of the top running backs are already gone.
right. So are we doing a 10 or a 12 team league?
Just for an average person out there, let's say most people's are 12 people league, 12-person leagues.
Okay. So you can, if you were like, I don't know, the 12th team, right? And
Yeah,
that's
like
like kind of funny. I actually prefer being later.
I think in that case, yeah, I would rather be 10 to 12 than one or two.
Yeah. Because if you're, let's say, okay, let's say you're 10, you end up with like, you can get, if you want receiver, it's like St. Brown, Neighbors, Brian Thomas, like we said earlier.
Right.
If you're going running back, it's Gentee, McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor. but then you can get one of each
Right,
of
then you
them.
go right back because you get a pick again in four
Yeah,
picks or whatnot. Yeah, so that's an interesting. But if you're right in the middle, maybe you're 6 or 7.
right.
Now you got to look at who is still there of those top guys, right?
Yeah,
Because you might still be able to get a CD Lamb,
right.
in that spot.
Or you get a Gibbs or Derrick Henry.
Right. Well, yeah, and Derrick Henry it'll be interesting because again, it's who's in your draft and what kind of players they look for because running backs can slip in certain
Oh,
drafts, right? Because the
yeah.
way people draft for sure. Yeah, I
I
have
just
a
need to draft before you is what needs to happen because
right.
you're gonna steal all my picks.
Well, that always happens. It doesn't matter if because it's snakes, right? You'll be ahead of me,
Yeah.
then I'll be ahead of
Mhm.
you, and you're always taking the guy I was about to take. So I have to do the same thing. Uh,
Sometimes you have to reach.
right.
You're like
What
that.
about a couple of these younger guys as far as, you know, being that one or two for you on your team, right? So maybe like a Jackson Smith and Jigba, for example. Is that someone that you would take as your number one, number two receiver?
Well, yeah, because what? Isn't he the number one in Seattle now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, DK's gone, right? And
Lockett's gone.
Lockett's gone. They did bring in Cup, but I don't
I
know how
mean, yeah,
good.
I mean, I'm not taking him in the the first. I may take him in the fourth, late third
So yeah, ESPN has him at 15 overall
for receivers,
for
right?
receivers. Yeah, let's that's kind of interesting. How about what about these some of the other like I mentioned Devonte Adams, but how does Tyreek Hill, you know, play out now? I mean, they got him down here in 13 and Devonte at 14, and just a couple years ago, like those were the two guys you wanted, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, they both have question marks. Well, first, Devontae, we don't know how much he's going to get because of Puka.
Right.
Hill, we just don't know if he's, I mean, 2 years ago, he was flirting with 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
And then last year he was injured. Tua was injured, so it wasn't like he had that great a year.
Well, and uh, the mad scientist was really mad
Yeah.
with his play calling. Like I don't know what he was doing.
But if Hill gets back to being Hill,
Right.
that's, I mean, you would be a top four pick usually.
Yeah, you can get if you can get him later and he produces, that comes out
Yeah.
of a steal. What about a guy like Garrett Wilson?
I want to trust Garrett Wilson at all.
Yeah, because he's technically the number one, right? And only
Yeah, I
problem
don't
is
trust. I'm
now he's
sorry,
got
Steve.
Fields,
I don't trust Justin Fields as a passer.
right? Yeah, that's going to be an interesting dynamic to see what Fields does in New York. But then DJ Moore, I don't know how much I trust him either as a higher number one.
Yeah, but I mean, I got him like when I'm looking at this list, he's number 50th overall. So it's not like it's about right, right? I mean,
Yeah, well
DJ
he's
Moore,
eight,
Flowers, Worthy, Devontae Smith. They're all like interchangeable, I would
right?
think.
Yeah, I wonder if we could get a just a full list here. Let's see what ESPN they have their full list here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so you're right. They got him pretty DJ pretty low. They got him at 49 on here. So, I mean, some of the guys we were talking about here, as far as receivers go, right? You got Chris Olave, you got Chris Godwin, Jacoby Myers, Cooper Kupp, Diggs. Like they have all those guys past 70.
Yep.
So if you're in a 12-person league, that's round six, right?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, don't know those guys are like for sure's, but that's pretty good. I wouldn't be super upset if I came out of the draft with Jacoby Myers and Chris Olave at my receivers. The issue, with the receivers is there's just so many good receivers.
Right. Here's a crazy one because he would be their number one receiver, but the quarterbacks, it's like quarterback purgatory. Jerry Jeudy in
Yeah,
Cleveland. They got him at 80th
right. I
overall.
was looking at him on just the last list we were looking at, and he's really low. Let's
But I
see where
think
they have him on here. Oh, they got 58 on here, so they got him a little higher on ESPN. But he had good games, big games too. They're still a question mark, right, at quarterback. So they got to get that figured out there in Cleveland.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. So again, here's like Drake London. They got him going 16 overall. I don't know how sold I am on that. But as you
So
kind of go
yeah,
down, they got some
that's where you
quarterbacks
get
going
is
early.
like, do you want see that's where you want Drake London or do you want here to go off we haven't talked about, but do you want Bowers or Kittle instead?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. And I start looking at it, you got Bowers and Kittle on this, or you got also have Trey McBride, actually. Bowers and
Right.
McBride at 20 and 21 as the highest rated tight ends, or, as far as overall. And you don't have Kittle going until 40 on this list.
Oh wow. Yeah, what I'm looking at has Kittle at 20.
Wow. Yeah, so they have Bowers and McBride at 20 and 21, which I agree with. Kittle definitely will have a good year, but the thing with McBride is he gets the targets, number one.
Yeah.
So he gets a lot of catches.
But this could be Marvin Harrison year though.
Right.
Year two.
Right. You do have that worry. And there's not a whole lot in San Francisco anymore.
Yeah. Because I
So
mean, Ayuk is still kind of hurt, and Pearsall is hurt now.
right. I've never trusted Ayuk that much to make him one of my top picks.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, where is he on this list? He's not even on here. They're like, don't draft him at all.
Ayuk, where is he? He's at here. He's at 120th overall.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 47.
Jeez. Yeah, they got him at 140 here. Yeah. Wide receiver 59. Yeah, Hollywood Brown ahead of him.
Dang. Where is Hollywood? Is Hollywood Brown still with the Chiefs?
That's where he's listed.
Oh wow. Which is crazy because they got Rasheed Rice and Worthy. So it's like a third receiver three over
Yeah,
Ayuk, who's like receiver one.
right. And it's not like they're not going to throw the ball.
I guess it's Jawan Jennings and Pearsall is who they're going with.
Right. I mean, and Juwan Jennings, he's done a lot recently. So you got to think that he might get a lot of targets. He kind of carried them towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, looking at receivers, I think it really comes down to where you pick to how heavy you want to go on your receivers because there are just it's so many options as you go down. But then again, some of these end up being that man. I hope he's good.
Right.
I hope Jerry Judy, gets a quarterback to throw him the ball. Those type of players, right? Where when you got a Chase, when you got a Jefferson and a Lamb, like you feel pretty good. So my thing would be advice wise for listeners would be when you're going receivers, be careful of guys like Neighbors. I think that might be a trap pick, and the Drake London also worries me of drafting those guys too high.
Well, and then obviously it always comes down to who's the quarterback also.
Yeah,
So no matter how good you are, if you have a bad quarterback, it can't get you the ball. So
right. You're gonna be in trouble. Late steal picks. Any names come up for you? Who would be a great steal for someone listening for a late wide receiver? I definitely like the Jacoby Myers. Like I said, they got him 74th overall right now. I think I wouldn't be disappointed to get that at all.
yeah, I mean we just talked about Jawan Jennings, um, Judy. One that I like that I think because they got the rookie in the first round golden, we forget, but Jaden Reed, right?
Right.
I mean, Jaden Reed was putting up numbers. And they got him as wide receiver 37, 81 overall.
Yeah, that's a little low. I mean, they got Golden at 78 on this list.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how. I think they got him rated above the highest on Green Bay.
Yeah, it's weird. Mine has Golden at 128, wide
Huh.
receiver 52. So this one is different, but
Yeah.
this one also has Jacoby Myers at 101.
Wow. They're really not giving Gino any respect there.
Yeah. Um, One name I know he's like the wide receiver two, but who knows? Like Marvin Mims Jr. for Denver.
Right.
He's kind of got that length like a Colston, so I think he might be used a lot.
Well, and,
And
and Sutton's going to get a lot of attention now.
yeah,
Yeah, and then, if Debo stays healthy, I wouldn't be mad getting Debo Samuel at number 98.
yeah. How about at 170, Adam Thielen?
Yeah. They got him a little higher on here, but still, yeah, he's what 130, 140, right? Jeez. 136. Yeah, I
Trying to
like
look
those.
at this list to find where Hunter Renfro is.
Right, he'll be back. He looked pretty good. He was running some good routes.
But yeah, oh my gosh, let's see. I'm scrolling into the 300s here.
He'll be your 12th pick. If you're willing to take Hunter Renfro, you can definitely get him last.
Yeah. I just want to find him on here. Oh, here we 406 wide receiver 141.
Wow, that's brutal. That's tough.
They have Kendrick, they have is it Kendrick Bourne ahead of him
Yeah.
and kicker 29 ahead of him.
Kicker 29. That's not even possible. Nobody's taking two kickers.
No, this one's the craziest. I'm sorry. Cincinnati's defense is ahead of him.
The worst defense in the league. by getting scored on, you're gonna put it ahead of them,
Yeah.
huh? All right. Well, I mean, we'll wrap sports segment there with fantasy football. Yeah, any comments, and don't forget to leave those in there. Questions about your fantasy football picks. We'll do one more week of that where we'll talk defense, kickers, finish up the strategy there for the listeners, and then it'll be time for the season. We'll get into our picks, and that's what people really listen to us for.
Yeah.
They just want to hear our weekly picks. That's all. All right. Well, let's